Hi everyone and welcome to Cooking in Manhattan. Today I want to show you a dish that is fantastic for entertaining all year long. Now we are in the holiday seasons, in the winter holiday season, so we are making it for a little Christmas get together, but it's fantastic also if you want to make it in the spring or the summer for a picnic. It's called pizza rustica, but you might actually know it as an Italian-American tradition called Stromboli. As you can see, the kitchen is a bit messy because we are preparing for the Christmas holidays, but I'll show you very quickly the ingredients. This is really simple. I have 1 bowl of pizza dough. You can make your own, or like me, you can actually buy it. Some pizza places actually sell it to you if you ask nicely and you say please. Then I will use a little bit of flour, all-purpose flour, just to dust the countertop. I also will use some mozzarella cheese. So this is mozzarella cheese that I already cubed. Let me open it up so you can see it better. So this is mozzarella cheese that I already cut in little chunks, and I also have some prosciutto. As you can see, I cut it. Wait, let me try it. We gotta test if it's good, right? That's good prosciutto. So I have a little bit of ham that I cut already. I chopped it up in cubes. Then we have some ricotta cheese and a little bit of pesto, basil pesto. I bought this one. Sometimes I make my own, sometimes I buy it if I don't have enough time. And then finally, you can use provolone cheese if you want something that is really Italian, but I don't have any at home and I really need to make this for tonight's dinner. So I'm going to be using, if I can open it, some slices of Munster cheese. It's really nice. It's a nice cheese that I keep at home all the time because it's very creamy, it melts very well. So also it's fantastic for grilled cheese, if you like grilled cheese. I do. So we're going to roll out the dough. The first thing, of course, is you have to put a little bit of flour on your surface, on your countertop, and a little bit of flour also on the rolling pin, otherwise it's going to stick all over the place. So I'm going to roll it out until it's about 1/4 inch thick. It's not really a big surface because you want to make sure that everything is concentrated, but also that it won't tear. And so none of the stuffing will actually seep out of the stromboli. So I'm going to show you how it looks when it's completely rolled out. So as you can see, we rolled out the pizza dough in kind of a rectangular shape. Well, this is more of an oval, but it's about 1/4 inch thick. And now I'm going to start adding a little bit of pesto at the bottom. I'll spread it out. You just want to spread it out kind of in the center so it creates a little bit of a coating in the center of your pizza dough. You don't want to add too much because it tends to be a little salty, and with all the cheeses and the ham you might end up with something that is overly salty. Now we're going to move to the ricotta. A little bit more, obviously. If that was a tablespoon, this is, I want to say about 3 tablespoons. Not too much because ricotta tends, like mozzarella, it tends to expand a little bit. So you don't want to be too precise with it, but you also want to make sure that it's evenly distributed, but just don't put too much or it will seep out while it's cooking. Oh, I've got flour all over me, guys. But, you know, that's the reality of cooking, even in a small kitchen. So here it is. That's the second layer. And now we're going to start first with the prosciutto. This is about, I want to say this is about 1/2 cup of prosciutto that I chopped up. Oh, I forgot to mention something. If you want to make sure that you roll out your pizza dough perfectly, make sure that you start rolling out after you bring it to room temperature, because if it's just off of the fridge, you will have definitely a hard time rolling it out precisely. So here it is. That's the prosciutto layer. I hope you can see it correctly. And then finally we have the mozzarella. Here we go. Mozzarella is fantastic, but you can't really make this only with mozzarella because it tends to expand a lot, and so it's going to actually seep out of the the stromboli, and you don't want that because otherwise the stuffing is going to be outside and it won't look very pretty. Okay, now I'm going to move the stuffing a little bit on the side, and then I will place the slices of Munster cheese, but that's the next step, so bear with me. And now finally additional cheese, because why not, right? You can use a little bit of provolone cheese. I'm using Munster for the reasons I said before, and also because I really like it. So here it is, 4 slices over here. They're overlapping a little bit, but not too much. And now we're gonna start rolling the dough in. Obviously, make sure that you leave this room for dough, because we're gonna add a little bit of water to make sure that it sticks and it closes everything in. So here we go. We're rolling the stromboli slowly but steadily. Here it is. And now a bit of water. I'm wetting my finger. And here it is, a little bit more. This kind of revives the stickiness of the dough, so you can basically close everything perfectly. Here it is. So, what do you think? Huh? Looks pretty, right? It looks really pretty, and I promise you it's going to be also delicious. My oven is still preheated at about, let me check, 400 degrees. Now I'm brushing a little bit of extra virgin on top. This will make sure that the dough will brown evenly all over. Ooh, I made a boo-boo over here. I put a little bit too much. Wait a second, let me put this down. Let me do it as nicely as possible. Okay. Now at this point, if you want, you can add a little bit of rosemary on top, or some Italian seasoning. Actually, you know what? Hang in there. Here it is, Italian seasoning. Okay, let's add a little bit on top for extra flavor. Here we go. And we're going to put it in the oven for about, I want to say 15 minutes. And you can actually figure out how fast it's cooking, if the dough is cooking a little bit faster, because it's going to start getting brown and you don't want it obviously to overcook. So the moment it starts getting golden brown, it might actually be ready. So let's take a look. Let's put this in the oven. In the meantime, I'm going to go clean up and then we see how it looks. So this is our stromboli, or pizza rustica. I put it in the oven. I thought it would be in the oven for about 15 minutes, and I started testing it, and it turns out that it wasn't cooked until half hour later. So it took about 30 minutes to cook this. It was also very stuffed up, so it took a little bit longer to actually get to this color. If you hear baby screaming, this is my little toddler that just woke up from her nap. So now we're going to cut into it. This is still very hot actually, but we're gonna cut into it and I'll show you how it looks. Ooh, this is so hot. Okay, let's see. Ooh, ow. I don't know if you guys can see, but all the stuffing is in here. Ooh, 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 ooh. Sorry guys, it's too hot, I can barely handle this. And I'm gonna take a bite. Hot, this is so good. So this is our pizza rustica, or stromboli. I hope you enjoyed watching the video, but now turn off your computer and get cooking. Ciao!